Hey guys, little update on the Discus tank. I guess that you already see what is a new thing in the tank, and we are back with some sand or gravel, let's say, and even with some light ones. I will show you a bit more in detail. This is a kind of big gravel, 2 to 4 millimeter in theory. And before we will see it on the table, I prepare it. We had some sand in it, and yeah, you have some positive aspect for the sand, you have some positive aspect for the gravel. But just before to share with you a little update. Interestingly, this is in bioplastic 3D printed, this little shape, and this is dedicated for L catfish. But maybe because it's white, they prefer the little black box here. By the way, back to the topic. In fact, before it was without any bottom, and this week I gave a try to this sand. It's a little bit, this gravel, a little bit smaller. We will see it after that. And you see, at one point, the tank was half of this gravel. This is a Yeti, blah blah blah. And half of what we have currently, this is this white one. And in fact, I don't know if you know already, the Discus are taking into account the coloration of the bottom of the ground above what they are swimming, and typically, even if you have any coloration here, they will just by mimetism adopt the coloration or the darkness or light color, whatever, regarding the ground. And here it was maybe a bit natural, but not light enough, I would say. And this is why I switched to this one that I found in the local pet shop, and this is Dener. So let's have a look on the different sand. What we had before, it was a Stanker sand. It's a quite expensive one, and supposedly really looking like the natural one. You can see coloration and so on. I plan to put 5 liters of this sand. It's a way different granularity. You have kind of powder, be something like 2 or 3 millimeter, 2 millimeter, let's say, for the biggest one that you can get here. So, interesting part, this is really nice looking and natural. Another interesting part, since it's closed, in fact, all what is all the waste of the fish, for example, won't go inside and just are pushed towards the intake of the filter. So this is a good thing. A not so good thing, this is in fact, it's not breathing at all, and after maybe 1 centimeter or 2 centimeter, you don't have oxygen anymore, and you can get some weird reaction in anaerobie environment. Some bacteria can behave not so nicely, and this is something that could bring some issue in your tank. And the last aspect, a negative one as well, it is really, really bright. And in comparison to other ground that you can get in your tank, it will help some algae or also cyanobacteria to establish themselves, because it's very, very light hell, I would say. So this one, it was what I found this week. And you see a lot of little natural shape, round, so quite interesting. Also, another negative aspect of the sand here, when you use a magnet to clean your glass, it's highly risky that you can get some little pieces of the sand in your magnet, and you scratch your glass, and this is the scariest thing when you have some new tank. And right now, both of them, this one is normal, but this one hasn't had any scratch yet, and I hope it will continue long time still like that. So here, a bit natural, round shape. This is where the name here, Aloha Yeti Mix, okay, 1 to 2 millimeter. 1 to 2 millimeter with different colorations that you can see, quite natural, but looking a bit dark and looking a bit green. And green, it's not necessarily the coloration of your ground that you are looking at in a tank. So I gave a try, hoping that maybe I can fix or correct the green aspect with a light turn to blue and red. It did quite good job, but not as good as this guy here. This guy, so it's Denner, the local pet shop. It's supposed to be a bit bigger gravel. You get this white, but a little bit mixed with gray and dark. So it's typically what I was looking for. But this size, this shape, and this coloration. Little hint when you are cleaning and you are really targeting something this size, keep filtering your gravel, because you see this sand is not coming from here. In fact, this sand is coming from circa the 4 kilos that I have to clean before to put in the aquarium. And these little guys here, this is typically what could scratch the glass if the magnet take this little sand. Not good. So you see, I put the gravel and I gave a try already with the magnet, and it seems to be very, very good, I would say. Very nice to use it this way. We will see how it will react with Algua. The fact is, you don't even have 1 centimeter. For example, if some fish are swimming a bit too hard on the ground, you can get directly access to the glass, and even here under you have the glass, for example. This is done on purpose. It's ready to keep just a hell ground for the fish, and they turn the light coloration. The discus are doing this, maybe other species, but especially clearly identified by the discus. And I don't want to have any weird chemistry in the ground, and it does explain why I put really here you have a little guy, little parenthesis. This little guy, I tried to catch him to put him back with the young Hellcat fish, but unsuccessfully. And you can see he's still swimming freely. I have no idea how he managed to survive in such kind of piranha tank, but he did it until now. So, by the way, that's all for the day. And you see, sometimes fish keeping, this is also to ask yourself or to focus on some very little detail. But already here, between sand, gravel, and so on, you have typically a lot of impact done on your tank, even if this tank is not a planted one. It's on the contrary from aquascaping, for example. It's between design and natural tank, I would say. And in this domain here, you have many options in same times. When you are trying to get the positive aspect on different parameters, it's quite hard to find it. Hopefully, just in local pet shop, maybe the solution was here. We will see in the next week. That's all. Hope everything is going fine, and wish you a nice week. Ciao, guys.